This woman decides to spy on her suspected husband by putting herself in a one-sided mirror-hidden bunker next to their bedroom, but unfortunately she accidentally drops the key and can't get out. On a rainy night, with crashes of thunder and flashes of lightning, a man named Adrian is drinking alcohol and crying while watching a video in which a woman named Belen, who is his girlfriend, is delivering a breakup message to him virtually. He is sitting right in front of his bedroom mirror and is quite disturbed. Thenceforth, he goes to a nearby bar to have some more alcohol as he ran out of it at his home. A waitress named Fabiana takes his order and observes that he is crying. She goes over to the counter and discusses Adrian's condition with her colleague. Adrian keeps consuming alcohol until it's time for the pub to be closed. Fabiana comes to him and asks him to pay and leave polity. He complies with her request. Fabiana politely asks him if he is okay. He tells her that he is far away from being alright and leaves. Outside the same bar, Adrian gets into a fight with a random man. Somehow, a woman barges into their duel and takes the man away. On her way out, Fabiana sees Adrian in a miserable condition, so she asks him about his address, so that she could get him a cab. He responds by saying he doesn't know anything. Fabiana takes his car keys and takes him to her apartment instead. The next morning, Adrian wakes up on a sofa. He encounters Fabiana in her nightgown, who then hands him a cup of tea. She explains to him how he got there. He leaves her house without saying anything or a thank you. Basically, Adrian is an orchestra conductor by profession, and the very same morning he is in the middle of a piece. Veronica, Adrian's colleague, who is playing violin, is also among the band of musicians whom Adrian is conducting tune to. During rehearsal, Adrian feels depressed, and he leaves the place immediately. After this, he came to Fabiana and thanked her along with apologizing. In order to make her feel good, he takes her out to his workplace in order to show her his setup. There he tells her that he is single. They both feel attracted towards each other and kiss. Later on, Adrian takes Fabiana to his home. Fabiana gets close to Adrian's bedroom mirror and feels enticed by her reflection. They get intimate in the same room where he used to live with Belen a few days ago. The next morning, Fabiana wakes up and sees 2 brushes in the bathroom. She thinks about it for a while about why a single man has 2 toothbrushes, but then she starts brushing with it, while jerking off her thoughts. Later on, she goes downstairs and finds some art designs lying on the table. She thinks about what an orchestra player has to do with these. She gets suspicious and Adrian sees her witnessing the papers lying around. He prepares breakfast for her. He asks her to stay here with him tonight, and she agrees. In the next scene, there is a door knock and 2 police officers, Roberto and Bernardo, emerge. They are there to investigate Belen's mysterious missing case. Meanwhile, Fabiana also enters the scene and Bernardo is shocked on seeing her, as these 2 already know each other somehow, but they pretend to be meeting for the first time in front of everyone. They tell Adrian that Belen hasn't left the country as told by the immigration. They then ask him if they can take a look around. He hesitantly agrees. Roberto praises the house and asks if it is owned by Adrian. Adrian tells him that he rented this house 2 months ago. Fabiana is agitated and she asks Adrian for an explanation. He tells her that Belen isn't missing, she has just left him for another man and Adrian has nothing to do with her disappearance. Later that night, amidst heavy rain outside, Adrian is playing a dramatic tune on his piano. Fabiana arrives at the gallery and tells him that she will join him after bathing. So, she goes and lies in a bathtub, relaxing and listening to Adrian's syncopated tune. All of a sudden, heard humming and noticed ripples being formed in the water. She quickly gets out of the tub and embraces Adrian in the dark. He calms her down and takes her to his bedroom in which his dog was staring at the mirror. It made Fabiana uneasy, so she asks Adrian to get rid of his dog, Hans. The next scene shifts to Fabiana sitting at her workplace with the policeman Bernardo. He tries to make her understand that it is not safe for her to be with a man whose girlfriend is nowhere to be found. He tells her that he is a suspect. In order to make him quiet, Fabiana asks Bernardo if he is jealous. He says that she always wanted to be with a rich guy even when they were together, so that is why she is ignoring all the red flags Adrian is throwing her way. In the evening, Adrian is playing classical tunes in a hall and Fabiana is sitting among the audience as well. After a remarkable show, Adrian makes Fabiana meet his manager, Tito. Here Fabiana learns that Adrian will soon leave his job. She seems disappointed. Veronica passes by Adrian and he stares at her. The next morning, as Fabiana is taking a shower, the water gets extremely hot, causing her burns. She gets out of shower screaming and starts clearing the bathroom mirror. She hears low humming as she places her ear near the sinkhole. Moreover, Hans comes and startled her. At night, when she is all alone at home, she is jumping on the bed out of happiness of dating a rich guy. Soon she stops as she notices a key lying under a small place by the side table. It is a key necklace. She takes it out and wears it. Thunder is rumbling that caused the lights to go off. She feels intruded, so she picks up a rod and asks who it is. Hans' bark scared her and caused her to lose her balance. She trips and bangs her head over the piano, resulting in fainting out. In the next scene, Adrian is giving Fabiana a painkiller. He tells him that she is safe here. She replies by claiming that there is a ghostly presence inside the house. She takes him to the sink and tells him to listen to the humming sound closely. He tells him it is nothing but old pipes in the walls. Adrian laughs it off and asks her to come to bed. The next morning, Adrian receives a call from the police station that they have found a body. He therefore has to go there and identify it. Adrian seems emotional while Fabiana is a bit jealous. In the morgue, Adrian tells the officers that although the body is mutilated, it is not Belen's and he is absolutely sure about it. On coming back home, as Adrian entered the room, he saw clothes hanging out of the closet. He heard Fabiana talking to someone in the bathroom, but she stopped as she saw him. She asked him if it was Belen's body and he said no. Then he tells her that Belen is no longer in her life. She smiles and confesses her love for him. Fabiana hugs Adrian. The camera zooms itself into the mirror that had Belen's gloomy reflection in it. Then a flashback is shown of Belen and Adrian. Adrian cooks her a meal and tells her that he is going to Bogota for a year within 15 days as he has been selected to conduct an orchestra there. She congratulates him and then becomes a bit sad. Later on, Adrian reveals that he is taking her with him. She had some second thoughts, but her love for Adrian silenced them. They both get excited and leave for Bogota together within a few days. Next, Adrian is shown coordinating a beautiful tune on an orchestral concert. Belen is also among the crowd, cheering for him. Later on, Tito and Belen are interacting in the after-orchestra party where Tito talks about Adrian's talent. After this, Belen sees Adrian talking with Veronica, which upsets her a bit. He introduces Veronica to her, and they take off. In the next scene, Belen meets Emma, the landlady who tells her that this house was built by an Italian engineer. She introduces Belen to Hans, Emma's dog, and then tells Belen that she is a German. Then she introduces her to the piano and tells her it is vintage. After receiving a house tour, Belen decides to move into this house with Adrian. She accepts the responsibility of looking after Hans as well. She then sets the furniture into the house with Adrian's assistance. She decides to work from home and sets up her art office within the house. One day, Emma calls Belen and informs her that she will be visiting Hans within a day. Belen welcomes her and goes to Adrian's office with Hans. There she meets Tito again. They go to Adrian's office and are startled to see Adrian and Veronica behind the shut door. Belen gets upset and leaves. On the way back home, Adrian tries to calm her down, and he tells her that one day she will leave him if he keeps flirting with other girls. At night, before sleeping, Adrian tries to talk to Belen in order to make her sure that nothing is going on between him and Veronica. He apologizes and she accepts his apology. The next morning, Belen opens Adrian's phone and finds Veronica and him texting. She feels betrayed and later on asks him. He tells her that he was just lightly flirting with her, that's all, nothing serious. Belen feels heartbroken. When Emma arrives, Belen tells her the whole scenario. Emma then enlightens Belen with a secret room in her house. Emma brings Belen to a secret room the Italian engineer made to hide him in case someone came seeking for him because her husband was a former Nazi SS officer. The area is confined and soundproof. It had a place for 2 people to reside in for a week. The secret room had speakers in it, so whatever is uttered in the bedroom or bathroom will be clearly audible. Because she was jealous of their flirtatious relationship, Belen made the decision to act as though she is leaving Adrian. She makes a video in which she announces her leaving him and she hides herself in the secret chamber. Through the room's one-way mirrors, she can see Adrian's response while he is in the bedroom or bathroom. After deciding he's had enough, she goes looking for the key but discovers that she has lost it. She is now stranded in the void without a way to contact Adrian. Adrian goes to the police and files a missing report for Belen. He also shows them the recorded message. In the next scene, Belen is shown eating outdated tin food and drinking dirty water in order to stay alive. Adrian comes in front of the bathroom mirror, and he says that he has had enough of this crap now to himself. He acknowledges that Belen has left him. Belen is witnessing him from behind the bathroom mirror. She strikes the pipes hard enough to produce waves in sink water, but Adrian leaves without noticing it. The next night, Belen sees Fabiana in her lingerie in Adrian's bedroom. She gets infuriated to see both of them getting physical. She cries a lot and out of lamentation, she curses Fabiana through the secret room's sink, which results in ripples in the bathtub. It was all done by Belen. Belen even tried to dig a hole in the secret room's solid concrete walls, but was disappointed to find melted iron within the walls. One day, when Fabiana was taking a bath, Belen controlled the water temperature from the hidden room. She tries to contact Fabiana, but Hans comes in and spooks her. Belen witnesses Fabiana finding the key locket and starts screaming for help. The light went out and Fabiana departed from the room, resulting in getting unconscious. The next morning, Belen sees Adrian going to inspect a dead body. Fabiana knew there was a presence inside the house, so she filled the sink with water and started asking questions. They both communicated through vibrations. On yes, Belen bangs, and on a no, she remained silent. Fabiana gets terrified, but she keeps going on. Is there anyone? Bang. Are you talking to me? Bang. Adrian, is it you? No reply. Papa? No reply. Belen? A massive bang. Are you dead? No reply. Are you alive and trapped? Bang. Did Adrian lock you up? No reply. Behind the mirror? Bang, bang, bang. Fabiana tries to remove the mirror, but is not able to. Then Belen leads Fabiana by answering her question to the bedroom mirror. Fabiana begins searching the closet, and she finally finds the keyhole. She takes off her necklace and puts it into the hole, but then halts. She goes to the bathroom mirror and apologizes to Belen. Adrian comes inside and tells her that it wasn't her body. He moreover tells her it is Fabiana he loves now. Belen shrieks in pain and disappointment. Fabiana packs everything up and shifts their setup to another bedroom. Meanwhile, Bernardo pays a visit to Adrian and tells him that he won't spare him if anything happens to Fabiana. Late at night, Fabiana again tries to communicate with Belen and asks her if she is alright. There was no response. Fabiana gets terrified. Soon, Adrian arrived home and was surprised to see a huge change of bedroom. The next day, Bernardo comes by in Adrian's absence, and he delivers some recent pictures of Adrian flirting with Veronica to Fabiana. Then he leaves. She gets frustrated and sad. In the next scene, Adrian calls Veronica and tells her that he can't continue things with her anymore. On the other hand, Fabiana decides to go inside the chamber. She unlocks it and sees Belen unresponsive. Well, Belen was only pretending to faint. She hits Fabiana with a bottle and manages to get out of the room, locking Fabiana inside. When Belen reaches the lower portion, a message is being played over the landline regarding Emma's death in Germany. She takes out his and Adrian's photo and looks at it. Hans is uneasy after seeing Belen in a miserable condition. He keeps barking. Adrian reaches home and notices his unusual behavior. He comes to his former bedroom and finds the key locket on the bed. Then he moves towards the mirror and sees Belen's photograph. It was a message from her to him. Maybe she wanted to tell him where Fabiana is or where Belen herself was. The scene shifts to a beautiful sunset where Belen sits dejected, seeking the silence of the waves. The camera zooms into the bedroom mirror and a hand bangs it from within. The end.